Good morning, guys. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I couldn't be more ready for February to be over. I feel like February kicked my butt. January was so great, and I don't know what happened, but February just was not. And yeah, I couldn't be more ready for winter to be over, spring to come. I'm filming this on February 27th. I'm ready to say goodbye to February and hello to a good month and a fresh start, really. This video is probably going to be as chaotic as the month of February was for me. So I hope you guys enjoy, grab something to drink, grab a snack, sit back, relax, and let's reset because I need a reset. Like always, I am going to reflect on the month. Me and my husband were in a book club for young adults through our church in the month of February, and it started like the last week in January, but we've been going to that every Wednesday for February, and that has been like the shining light for us in the dark of February. And we have made some new friends out of it, gotten to hang out with existing friends, and that group has been honestly really wonderful and such a just positive, good community for us. So that has been really, really great, and I will touch on the book that we read later on in this section. But that, I'm grateful for that group, and I'm grateful that we got to be a part of that for the month of February. I honestly can't even remember a lot of what happened in February because one, it went really, really fast, but also slow at the same time, and I feel like, let me know if you guys can agree, because I feel like I blinked and it was over, but also during it I was just like, the days are really long, it's really cold. We went to Disney in the beginning of the month. Oh, that was a great thing that happened. So that's what I mean by February felt fast but also long at the same time. Like, it feels like we did not go to Disney just a few weeks ago. It felt like months ago. So we did go to Disney at the beginning of February, and that trip was awesome, but it was super quick. We only went for 3 days. We did vlog the whole thing, so I'll leave that linked in the cards if you're interested in. But that trip was really, really fun and rejuvenating. I feel like we needed just to get away for a couple days, get away somewhere warmer too. That was a nice little break. And I was trying to be more on top of getting back into our regular routine when we came back, because I feel like I kind of stumble a little bit when we come back from our trips, and it's hard for me to get back into the daily life. So I was better about that. I was trying to really prioritize that, and I feel like I did a lot better on that. So that was really, really fun, and I feel like those two were really the highlights of the month. Honestly, for the rest of the month, it was just, we were battling colds on and off. I would start to feel a little cold coming on, then it would go away. Then my husband would feel a little cold coming on and it would go away. And that was a lot for the month. And goals wise, I really dropped the ball on the goals, and you're gonna see that as we move into this next section. Some goals I hit out of the park, some goals I don't know. It was I lost all sense of the goals that I had wanted to accomplish, and I just didn't even give them a second thought. So let's get into that portion of the video. I will put the goals up here. This is a non-judgment zone. This is a life is real, and some months are better than others, and some months you might only accomplish one goal, and that's totally fine, because accomplishing one goal is still further than you would be if you did nothing. So I'm gonna pop the personal goals up here. I don't really feel confident that I could check any of these off this month, to be honest with you guys. I have not finished this book. This is the Atlas 6. I've definitely made a dent in it, but I don't know why. I'm having a hard time getting into it. I feel like it's not grabbing me. It's definitely interesting, and there are parts where I feel like I am grabbed, but I think what's throwing me off is it's from a different character's perspective. Each chapter is a different character, and there are like 6 characters, so it's kind of a little bit all over the place, and I feel like, yeah, I really need to just like discipline myself and sit down with this and finish it, because it is not that long of a book. I have about 250 pages left, and I just really would love to finish this. It is the 27th though, so I have a couple of days left of the month, and I think I'm just gonna really try and prioritize finishing this so that I can finish the other 2 in this series. And because I didn't even finish the first book in the Atlas series, I obviously didn't start Crescent City, so gotta make reading more of a priority. The problem is I have a lot of hobbies that kind of overlap. Love to like watch YouTube videos and watch movies and TV shows, and I can't do that while I'm reading. I also love to knit, and I can't knit while I'm reading unless I'm listening to an audiobook. So I feel like my hobbies are kind of fighting each other. Like, I didn't read a ton this month, but I knitted like crazy. So I need to find a balance so that I can enjoy all of my hobbies and kind of like make time for all of them. Wake up at 7 a.m. I woke up very sporadic this month, and I feel like I'm struggling a lot because my one job has been really slow this month. Unfortunately, that has been something difficult because I do rely on that job for a decent amount of our income, and that job has just been really slow. I haven't been picking up work with it, so, and I usually wake up early for that job, so I've kind of just been, yeah, like in a rut, in a slump, and I just have been sleeping in, and some days I wake up at 6:30, some days I wake up at 7, some days I wake up at 9, so it's just kind of all over the place, but I do have a plan for next month to try and combat this. Add a toner to a skincare routine. Like I said, money was really tight this month, so that did affect a lot of the goals. I didn't have extra money to purchase a toner, so that one I'm giving myself a pass. Meal prep lunches on Sunday. I did do this partially, so I did this the first 2 weeks that we got back from our trip, but I just dropped the ball. It was right around the time when I was hit with my period that I kind of just, I was started out the month good, but then I just dropped the ball after that. But now let's move on to work goals. So I did hit a couple of these. I did book one vacation, and a sub goal of this is I hit my goal for my travel agent card. So I briefly mentioned this, I think, in my other reset, that my goal was to sell $35,000 worth of vacation. That's not income, that's just total cost of the trips that I booked. And if I was able to do that for the year, I get my travel agent card, which just earns me a lot of discount on travel, which I hit it. I surpassed it. And in the first 2 months of the year, which is honestly a huge goal because this will be my second year as a travel agent, and I didn't have that much of an expectation for myself, to be honest. I didn't know if I'd be able to do that well. So I really surprised myself in that aspect. And honestly, any other travel that I book for the year is just an extra for me. Like, that was my main goal. Now that I hit it, I mean, anything else will just be a bonus and it'll be extra. And also extra income for us, which will be much appreciated. Post 8 YouTube videos. As long as I post the 2 that I just filmed, I will hit this. So I'm checking it off. It was a little difficult. I did not post my consistent Monday, Thursday schedule this month. I want to bring that back on in March. Hit 350 Instagram followers. I got close to 300. I'm going to check what it's at right now. I'm at 291, so I'm very, very, very close to 300. So I think I'm just going to drag this number over and just keep it at 350 for the month of March as well. I'm pretty proud of myself for almost getting to 300. It is very, very difficult to grow on Instagram currently, so hitting that mark is not nothing for me. Post 20 Instagram posts, 5 posts a week. I did this for like I said, the first 2 weeks, February, but then just dropped the ball. I do better when I fully take like Sunday, Saturday to like fully plan out and schedule all of my posts for the week, and I just didn't take the time to do that. So I'm gonna try and do that for the rest of this week. Like, I didn't even post yesterday and it was Monday, so I don't know why. I kind of lost a little bit of inspiration. Hit 2,000 watch hours. Did not, but I hit 1,000. I surpassed 1,000. So, like I said, just gonna take this number and drag it over for next month. I'm not gonna increase it. So those are all my work goals. Financial, hit a couple of these. So do taxes early. I started our taxes and I'm just waiting on one more form that I need to finish them, but they're pretty much already done and ready to be sent in. So I have a feeling I'll be able to do this. I'm probably gonna do this like later today or tomorrow. So I checked it off because it's pretty much already done. Pay off Disney Visa to 0, I did not do, but I did pay off our other credit card to 0. So we have 2 credit cards that we use. We have a Disney Visa and a Spirit Airlines MasterCard. The Spirit Airlines card was a lot lower balance, but I did paid that to 0 so that I don't have to like split it between the 2, and next month I can focus on getting the Disney Visa to 0. I did get it lower though. Save $400. We did save $400. We didn't pay $400 extra towards the car because that's what I used towards our other card to pay it to 0. And the rollover money thing just like didn't work out for us. I don't know. I thought it would be a good idea, but it just didn't really work out for us. So I don't think I'll be continuing that. Fun goals for the month. We did go on one date outside the house. We did not prioritize 2 dates inside. With us like battling colds on and off, we were kind of just like keeping to ourselves, trying not to get the other person sick if like we were coming down with something. So we kind of made date nights hard. Go out with friends 4 times a month. We did do, like I said, February was really good for friendships. We spent a lot of time with friends. Take more photos with loved ones, but you know, I have no photos to prove it because I did not take any photos when we went out with our friends. So I'll probably drag that one over to the next month as well. So February was a little bit of a slog to get through, to be honest. So the fact that I checked off any goals is pretty good. So personal goals for March, gonna finish this Atlas series. I want to go to the library to pick up the other 2 books in this series just so I have them, and I'm more motivated to read them when I know I have a timeline that I have to return them to the library. We also are going away. I guess I'll announce it in here. We're taking a little trip to DC with friends. I will be vlogging the trip. I don't know what those vlogs are going to look like because, again, we're going with friends, so it might be not as good as like the Disney vlogs, but we'll see. And I want to bring this book, and well, I'm hoping to finish this book before we leave. I will finish this book before we leave, but I want to bring the other 2 with me on our trip, and if I have any time to read, I will read them. Finish green sweater. So I decided I wanted to share some of my knitting projects with you guys in these videos as well, because this is a big hobby of mine. So this is the Cumulus sweater by Petite Knit. I think that's how you say it. I don't really know. It's a long sleeved v-neck sweater, and I am so close to being done. I need to do the ribbing around the neck, but the body is fully done. This sweater low-key has taken me 2 years to finish. The body just took forever. Like, I don't know why, because once I really sat down and like prioritized working on it, I got done with it pretty fast. But this is the second sleeve and I'm almost done with the second sleeve. I put it on here because I really want to finish it and I want to wear it in March and spring because it's such a beautiful spring like green color. Wake up at 7 a.m. We amended this a little bit more to see if I can check this off Monday through Friday. So that is my goal for this month, just focusing on Monday through Friday. Meal prep lunches on Sunday. I want to try and still do this. I dropped down cook 2 new to cook 1 new recipe. Work goals, pretty much copy and paste from last month exactly. Like they're exactly the same, so I'm not even gonna run through them. Financial, pay off Disney Visa to 0. That's the biggest goal for this month, to be honest. Pay $800 extra towards our car. We are trying to get our car paid off super fast because if you see this next goal, it is finish mortgage application. So we have begun the process of starting to look at houses again. It's very bleak. We live in New Jersey, and New Jersey is one of the most expensive states to live in, which is why me and my husband currently still live with my parents. Houses here, just like the minimum price for a house that doesn't need work is like $500,000. So that's not in our price range at all. So we are looking at a lot of houses that need work. There's just not a lot on the market, to be honest, in our price range, and it gets bought up very fast by like cash investors or people that outbid us. So, you know, we've started the process. It's probably going to take forever, but we've started it. So we want to prioritize paying off our car. So I want to finish, we're just applying to get pre-approved again because we were pre-approved like 3 years ago, I think. So we got to do all that again. I'm also on a no-buy for new clothes. I went to the thrift store last month. I'm going to do a little haul. I got this dress. It's super cute. I just need a little thrift therapy. I didn't spend a lot, but this month I don't need any new clothes. I'm going to be taking all my spring stuff out, and I feel like that feels like you get new clothes. So no new clothes for the month. And then fun goals, pretty much a copy and paste of last month as well. Go 1 date outside the house, 2 dates inside, go out with friends 4 times a month, take more photos with loved ones. So I'm going to try and be better this month and actually prioritize those goals. So now we get into the favorites of the month, and I really don't have a ton of favorites to share with you guys because I didn't buy anything. I went to the thrift store. I bought a couple of things from there, but that was it. That was the only new purchases I made. So I will share a couple of things throughout the month. So this is the book that I mentioned I am reading with my Bible study group of young adults at our church. Me and my husband are both reading this book, and it's called Weird by Craig Groeschel. If you read this book, I will say read it with a grain of salt because it was written in like 2011, 2012, so some of it's outdated. I think it's really good for like creating discussion and creating like a group. To read alone, I don't know. I didn't absolutely love it, but I loved the discussions that it brought out in our group and brought us all together. So that is kind of why I'm including it in a favorite. But I definitely think this book could have been a lot better if Mr. Craig decided who he was writing this for, because he writes it in the perspective of like single people, married people, and married couples with children, and it's a short book, as you can see. So each section is kind of all over the place because he's trying to relate to those 3 groups of people. So I feel like if he wrote this book times 3, 1 for single people, 1 for couples, and 1 for couples with kids, it would have been 10 times better, and he could have gone more in depth. But as a quick overview of like the Christian perspective in dating and just like life, I do like it, and I think it's a good jumping off point if you're someone who is a new Christian or dating or what have you. The only other favorite I'll mention is I've been watching a lot of the Harry Potter like Hogwarts Legacy series playthrough, and I want to shout out a particular YouTuber. So her YouTube channel is The Mirandalorian. Her name's Miranda and she used the Mandalorian at the end, which I really love. That's such a unique name. I'm watching her first playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy. It's the perfect playthrough for me. I love it. She is a completionist, which I love. I hate when people miss things. And yeah, I just really enjoy her playthrough. So if you like watching game playthroughs, I highly recommend that one. So I've been enjoying watching that while I knit on my sweater. So those are really all of the favorites for the month. I'm sorry that was so like lackluster. I will try and prioritize trying some new things out or like paying better attention to my favorites next month. But I have got to get going. I have a doctor's appointment that I have to leave for like right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you all have a wonderful March. And when I get back to you for my April reset, March was a better month. I'm going to be intentional and put it out there that March is going to be a better month. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.